Half of Heathrow. It's high time for an escape to the country in half an hour. But first on BBC Two, it's all about teamwork.
These 8 people have never met. They're about to be divided into 4 couples. Which pair can work together for a chance to win over £20,000? Who will be today's perfect strangers? Our 8 strangers are about to be randomly paired with a quiz partner they have never met. Before the show, they were all asked 100 general knowledge questions. Meeting for the first time are menu creator Chris Collins and editorial assistant Jodie Edgson. And this lovely young pair scored an impressive 140 in today's general knowledge test. Will Chris come up with the right ingredients for success? It's food for thought, Jodie. Also meeting for the first time are retail assistant Adam Heisman and property manager Margaret Whale. Adam is a people person, while Margaret has swum with dolphins, fed kangaroos, held koalas and even met an orangutan. So Adrian won't come as too much of a shock then. Next, it's the turn of bingo manager Simon Jones and gardener Gary Newman. Gary, obviously, will be hoping that this new partnership blossoms quickly, while Simon will be hoping for lots of questions about Heaven's Gate, keys to the door and 2 fat ladies. Could happen, I suppose. Finally, housewife Louise Spears is joined by dance teacher Kelly Phillips. Kelly was once a Mel B looky-likey and toured Europe in a Spice Girls tribute band. No doubt a big win is what they both really want, but will 2 become 1? Will they be today's perfect strangers? Adrian Childs is about to find out.
We've got our 8 perfect strangers together. This is the quiz show where being clever on your own achieves absolutely nothing, because unless your partner can help you out, you're just simply not going to go very far. So you need to get to know your perfect strangers very quickly and learn their strengths and weaknesses and build an understanding and get some team spirit going between you, or you simply aren't going to progress. Each of our contestants has sat a tricky pre-show general knowledge test to determine their intelligence. We've added the scores together, and the team we're calling our right pair, because they've got the lowest joint score. They've got 110 actually, which is respectable, but I'm afraid Louise and Kelly, you are our right pair. You did finish bottom, but you're only 30 behind the top scoring team. Louise, actually you did very well. You got 78 points. Kelly was just having a bad day, and Kelly scored, well, not very many at all. We won't go into the actual figure. Our perfect pair, the highest scorers, were Chris and Jodie with 140. Chris got 80. Jodie got 60 out of 100. You like Blondie, don't you? Yeah. And that's way before your time. Why Blondie?
It's Debbie Harry. She's an icon.
Who introduced you to her?
My mum and dad.
Your mum and dad?
Pretty hip.
Okay, here we go. Round 1. You've only just met. It's already time to test your partnerships in the opening round. You can't go anywhere on your own. A stranger standing next to you has got to get a question right as well as yourself. 3 pairs are going to go through. We're going to lose 1 desperately early on at the end of the first round. Okay? Let's play. What goes before moon to make the word for the holiday for newlyweds? Louise.
Honey.
Is correct. Peter Gabriel was a founder member of which rock group? Simon.
Genesis.
Is correct. Which colour is often associated with concerns about the environment or conservation? Margaret.
Green. Is
correct. Somebody get one wrong, please. It just livens things up a bit. Which classic US TV series starred Lee Majors as the Bionic Man? Adam.
The $6 Million Man.
Is the right answer. Adam and Margaret, you've sailed majestically into round 2. Jolly well done. So we've got Adam and Margaret through. We've got Louise and Kelly and Simon and Gary on 1 tick. Our perfect pair aren't doing terribly well at the moment. Okay. You're not sure the buzzer's working. Everyone who ends up with 2 crosses alleges their buzzer isn't working. Okay. Which professional game usually starts with both players on a score of 501? Chris.
Darts.
Is the right answer. No pressure, Jodie. It's all on you now. So we're waiting on Jodie, we're waiting on Gary, and we're waiting on Kelly. Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn is a famous line from which 1939 film? Jodie?
Casablanca.
Is wrong, I'm afraid. It's Gone with the Wind. So you're back in play, I'm afraid, Chris. Your buzzer is working though.
Yeah.
Right.
Clarify that.
Okay.
Yeah.
What common term describes someone who gains illegal access to computer files? Jodie.
Hacker.
Is the correct answer. You've redeemed yourself somewhat. It's on you now, Chris. What is the maximum score that a darts player can achieve in one visit to the board? Chris?
180.
180 is correct, and from a rather poor little spell there, you've gone through. Chris and Jodie, well done. What are the native inhabitants of New Zealand called? Gary?
Maori.
Maoris is the correct answer. Simon and Gary, you're through to the next round. Well, congratulations. Louise and Kelly, I'm terribly sorry, Louise. Kelly couldn't quite get the right answer for you. You both feeling all right?
Yeah.
You've been pressing, have you?
Yes, I have.
But obviously not quick enough. I think it is working, Kelly. You're fed up, aren't you?
No.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not.
Well, of course you are.
No, I'm
You've
not.
come all the way here, and now you're going out in the first round. I'm fed up on your
I
behalf.
didn't come that far.
You didn't come that far.
No.
All right. Well, that's told me then. Okay, look, Louise and Kelly, I'm sorry. That's it. It's over. You're out.
She didn't come that far, and they didn't go that far. Especially the Mel B impersonator, who failed to make much of an impression.
When I was first paired up with Kelly, I have to say I felt a bit dubious.
I was happy as she seemed a really nice person.
Kelly, I'd just like to say to you, I can't believe you didn't get any questions right.
I wasn't quick enough with the buzzer. It wasn't to do with my general knowledge because I knew most of the questions that were being asked.
Yes, it's that naughty old buzzer that's to blame again. No such problems for our 3 surviving pairs. But who's going to be heading for the exit door next?
Well done for getting through to round 2. We've got 3 very evenly matched pairs here. Out of 200, Simon and Gary scored 126 in our general knowledge quiz. Adam and Margaret managed 130, Chris and Jodie 140. There's only 10 points between you. It's going to be very tight. Okay, here we go. Round 2. Okay, you're one step closer to sharing a jackpot prize. In round 2, you're going to be shown a picture with a 2-part question. Any one of you can buzz in, but do bear in mind that your partner must then answer the second part of the question. The first 2 couples to get 3 points go through. Let's play. Who is this presenter and which TV show was she the first to win in 2004? Adam.
Strictly Come Dancing.
Margaret.
Natasha Kaplinsky.
That's right. Adam and Margaret, I've got 1 point on the board. Who is this? Which group is he the lead singer of? Simon.
Chris Martin. Coldplay.
Gary?
Coldplay.
That's right, Chris Martin of Coldplay. You've got a point on the board, our perfect pair. They're just toying with us. We know you're going to get through in there. You're just going to get 3 right on the trot, aren't you? Name this man and the country he governed. Jodie.
That's Abraham Lincoln.
And the country you govern, Chris?
United States of America.
Is correct. Well done. Everybody's on 1 point. Nobody's frozen out. Let's start playing properly now, shall we? Name the former England player and the team he became manager of in 2005. Gary.
Stuart Pearce.
Simon.
Man City.
Is correct. You're on 2 points. You're a whisker of getting through to the 3rd round. Who is this actress and which member of the royal family did she play in a 2006 film? Simon.
Helen Mirren.
Gary.
Prime Suspect.
It was actually Queen Elizabeth II
sorry.
is the answer we were looking for there, not prime suspect. Gary's let you down somewhat there, Simon. You're frozen out for the next question. What are the first names of this man's oldest brother and sister? Margaret.
Charles and Anne.
Unfortunately, you knew too much. You've given us both answers, so I'm afraid you're frozen out. You did the right thing in stopping and thinking about it because it was a kind of a trick question. You did the wrong thing by doing Adam's talking for him. We don't allow that on this game. That's the whole point of it. You've got to let your stranger have a bat, so I'm afraid you're frozen out. Who is this and what did he win an Olympic gold medal for in 2000? Gary. What happens between buzzing? You must have known to buzz.
I did know. I can't think of his name now.
It's Audley Harrison, and he won his gold medal for boxing. You're frozen out for the next question. You're on the brink. You just got to cross the finishing line, and you can't do it, can you? Who is this English monarch, and who was her father? Adam.
That's Elizabeth I.
Margaret.
Henry VIII, at a guess.
Henry VIII is right. So Adam and Margaret on 2. Simon and Gary on 2. Our perfect pair, Chris and Jodie, the highest scorers in the general knowledge quiz, are only on 1. What is this sportsman's nationality and who's his famous girlfriend? Jodie.
Charlotte Church.
Chris?
Welsh.
Is the right answer. You're all on 2 now. Well done. Name the sport and the nickname for the playing area. Adam.
It's the diamond.
Margaret.
Baseball.
Is correct. Well done. Good teamwork. You could have left her with the hard bit there, but you left her with the easy bit. That's what it's all about. Adam and Margaret getting to know each other better all the time. And you are into round 3. Chris and Jodie on 2. Simon and Gary on 2. Who is this? And who is her former rock star father? Gary. I hate to try and get some enmity going between you, but your partner does keep doing that, doesn't he, Simon?
If he's going to buzz, he's got to say something, Adrian.
You know that, don't you, Gary?
I do, yeah.
Peaches Geldof and Bob Geldof, so you're frozen out of the next question. This is what is known as a golden opportunity, all right? Name the character and the actor who plays him. Jodie.
It's Mark Myers.
Chris?
Austin Powers.
Is the correct answer. Chris and Jodie, you are through. Well done. Simon, Gary, any thoughts?
Devastation. You can't say nothing even now, though.
Sorry seems to be the hardest word, Gary. You did keep pressing and not knowing. You've let him down a bit, haven't you?
Yeah, I just...
The words absolutely fail him. All right, Simon and Gary. Wasn't great teamwork. Simon, you did your bit. Gary, you tried to do your bit, but you just pressed before you thought, which is always a bad idea. Simon and Gary, I'm afraid that's it. It's over. You're out.
Not being rude or anything, but does anyone know if Gary can actually speak? Well, hang on, here's where we get to find out.
When I was paired with Simon, I thought we'd make a really good team. I think that getting paired with Gary Newman, the rock star, would have been better than getting paired with Gary Newman, the gardener. At least he would have been able to say something after pressing his buzzer. I think it was my responsibility that we got knocked out of the show. I wasn't unlucky with any of the questions. My partner Gary was a tad unlucky. He left his tongue and his larynx at Security Hut probably before he came into the studios. I don't know.
And left his brain in the car park by the looks of things. Good news for our remaining 2 pairs. In the next round, it's Chris and Jodie versus Adam and Margaret for a place in the final.
There are just 2 pairs of perfect strangers left in round 3. They're playing for a place in the money round. Now you've both got to answer questions on the same subject. Okay, here we go. Round 3. Up on the board are 5 categories. Art and literature, science and nature, sport, history and entertainment. You've got to agree on a subject, then take turns to answer questions on it. The couple stringing together the most consecutive correct answers in a row goes through to the final. So if one of you is a clever clogs and the other one's a clown, you're going to struggle here because it's consecutive correct answers that we want. Adam and Margaret, you qualified the quickest in the previous round, so it's to your advantage that you go first. You can take one of those categories for yourself. The opposition won't be able to use it then. So, what are your thoughts?
I'd prefer entertainment.
I prefer entertainment. I think it's the one that I'm not scared of. So that'll entertain me.
Okay, Adam and Margaret, will you please take your positions? Stare your perfect stranger right in the eyes. Okay, you've got 90 seconds to string consecutive correct answers together on the subject of entertainment. Adam, you're going to go first, and your time starts now. Which film features the line, Mama always said life is like a box of chocolates?
Forrest Gump.
Correct. Margaret, the Chicken Song was a 1986 UK #1 for characters from which TV show?
Muppet Show.
Spitting Image. Adam, Sarah Jessica Parker starred as Carrie Bradshaw in which US TV series?
Sex and the City.
Correct. Margaret, which Hollywood actor played Kenny Larkin in Neighbours in 1987?
Ross Kemp.
It was Russell Crowe. Adam, who stars as Lex Luthor in the 2006 film Superman Returns?
I can't remember his name.
Pass?
Pass.
Kevin Spacey. Margaret, who played Dorothy in the TV sitcom Men Behaving Badly?
Caroline Quinton.
Correct. Adam, Roland Gift, Andy Cox and David Steele were members of which pop trio?
Pass.
It's Fine Young Cannibals. Margaret, which make of car did James Bond drive in the films Goldfinger and Thunderball?
Lotus is free.
The Aston Martin. Adam, Ben Stiller and Owen Wilson played characters in which profession in the 2001 film Zoolander?
Models.
Correct. Margaret, which comedian embarked on a 2006 UK tour called Shame?
Lenny Henry.
No, it was Russell Brand. I'm afraid the category didn't do you any favours there, did it?
No.
Not
You
really.
didn't have much luck with the questions either. Adam, did you know many of Margaret's?
Not really, to be honest.
Margaret, did you know many
No,
of Adam's?
not really.
It was just ranked bad, full stop, wasn't it? We can't blame anybody any more than anybody else. So all you two have got to do, no pressure or anything, is just string 2 consecutive correct answers together. In which category are you going to choose to do it?
Anything in there that takes your fancy?
I would have probably picked entertainment if we could have.
Pick your category.
I don't know. You're quite good at sport, aren't you?
Yeah, mainly football, but yeah. What are your thoughts on sport? 2 questions you've got to get right.
What have we got to lose if we go for sport?
There we go.
Sport.
Yeah.
Okay, sport it is. Take your positions, please. You have 90 seconds in which to string together 2 correct answers. Chris is going to go first. The subject is sport. Your time starts now. What is the desired score in the card game Pontoon?
21.
Correct. Jodie, teenager Michelle Wee is a leading player in which sport?
Tennis?
No, it's golf. Who was named as the new manager of Aston Villa in August 2006?
Martin O'Neill.
Correct. Jodie, which colour ball is worth 5 points in the game of snooker?
Pink?
Blue. Chris, to which racecourse on the South Downs is the adjective glorious often applied?
Goodwood.
Correct. Jodie, name the British athlete who won Olympic gold in the 1500 metres in 1980 and 1984.
Michael Johnson?
Sebastian Coe. Chris, which surfing term means to fall off or be capsized by a wave?
No idea.
It's wipeout. Jodie, which number lies directly opposite 20 on a standard dartboard?
1.
3. Chris, Brad Gilbert agreed a deal to coach which British tennis player in 2006?
Andy Murray.
Correct. Jodie, how many metres in length is a standard Olympic swimming pool?
200.
50. Chris, Dick Fosbury created a technique used in which athletics event?
High jump.
Correct. Jodie, the football club Corinthians play in which South American country?
Peru?
No, it's Brazil. You've managed only 1 consecutive correct answer, if 1 answer can be consecutive. However, you did score in total 5 answers, 5 correct answers. Well, I say you did, Chris did, in actual fact. 5 answers, and that's enough to get you through, to scrape you through into the next round. Adam and Margaret, it was your 1 answer was nearly enough, wasn't it?
So close and yet so far.
You got 4 correct answers, and Chris and Jodie got 5 in total, so that's our tie break. They've got more correct answers than you. Okay, look, you're through to the final. You're going to get better in the final, aren't you, Jodie?
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. Okay. Adam and Margaret, great effort, good teamwork. Just didn't quite work out for you in the 3rd round. Thanks for coming, but I'm afraid that's it. It's over. You're out.
Well, what a way to go. 2 frankly pathetic pairs in what was a low-scoring shootout. They couldn't even manage 2 right answers in a row. I mean, it's not a lot to ask, is it? Well, apparently it is. Time for the losers post-mortem, I think.
I thought being paired with an older person, I'd get the experience and that wealth of knowledge that comes with that. Just not on TV, apparently.
When we were teamed up together, Adam and I, it was good because he's a lad, so he's more likely to know the sports questions and also about the latest things on the music scene.
At the end of the day, when she said she wanted to go for entertainment, I thought that's because she knew what she was talking about.
So I found the entertainment questions were a bit obscure and a bit mixed up.
Everyone knows James Bond drives an Aston Martin, Margaret. Why don't you?
So Chris and Jodie go into today's final, though they hardly covered themselves in glory in that last round. Chris's encyclopedic sporting knowledge just about saw them home, but he and Jodie are really going to have to step it up a gear to have any chance of winning a big cash prize.
Chris and Jodie, you're through to the final. Now you get the chance to win more than £20,000 between you. If you're going to get anywhere near that figure, it will be because you've used your time together since you were perfect strangers half an hour ago to work out each other's strengths and weaknesses. This is how it works. You get £500 to start off with and you get 5 more questions. One of you answers the questions, the other bets on them getting it right. On the last question you swap roles and then you get the chance to treble your money. So someone is going to have to start off as the brains and someone's going to have to start off at the banker. Who's going to be answering the questions?
No, I think you should go.
Yes, I think that's an excellent decision.
Leave the women with the money.
Yeah. Use it wisely.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, if you're ready, then take your positions, please. Swap over. Let's play. Jodie, you use the money wisely. Chris, you use your brain wisely. And just get the questions right and everything will look after itself. Can we have the first question, please? What type of musical instrument is a lute? Is it string, percussion, or wind? Okay, you've got £500 to bet. What do you think his musical knowledge is like? Make your bet. She's not exactly exuding confidence in you, Chris, on knowing this one. Just loosening up with a £150 bet, which would take you to £650 if you were correct, down to £350 if you were wrong. So there's £300 riding on this. Are you confident?
Fairly, I think.
What type of musical instrument is a lute, Chris?
I'm going to go for string.
Hearing the tone of his voice, do you wish you put more than 150 on now, Jodie?
No, I like to play it safe.
Okay, she's playing it safe. Chris seems very confident though. He says a lute is a string instrument. Could we have the correct answer, please? Yes, a lute is a string instrument. You're up to £650. It could have been a lot more, Jodie. Question 2, please. Which year did the Queen describe in a famous speech as Annus Horribilis? Was it 1982, 1992 or 2002? You think he's much of a royal watcher, Jodie?
I hope so.
She's betting £200 on you getting this right. So you're up to 850 if you're correct, 450 if you're wrong. Would you rather have had more bet on you or less?
Probably less on this one.
Which was the Queen's Annus Horribilis? 1982, 1992 or 2002?
Gonna go for 2002.
Chris said 2002. The correct answer is, it was 1992, I'm afraid. You're down to 450. But look, you've got 2 more questions. You can get that up again before you get to the treble round, so don't despair. Question 3. Which Coronation Street character has children called Nick, Sarah Louise and David? Which Coronation Street character has children called Nick, Sarah Louise and David? Jodie, could we have your bet, please? Okay, she's pushing the envelope a bit here. £250 of your 450 she's betting, so the total, if you get it right, is 700. If you get it wrong, we're down to 200. £500 riding on this. Chris, do you know Coronation Street?
I'm pretty sure it's not Deirdre. I think it's Gail.
You going for Gail?
I'm gonna go for Gail.
Chris's answer is Gail. What is the correct answer? Hurrah! It's Gail. It's £700. Question 4. Where would you be most likely to find Black Rod? The House of Lords, the Tower of London, or Buckingham Palace? How much of your 700 do you want to stake on that, Jodie? And you said you were cautious. You weren't wrong. Of your 700, you're betting £150 that Chris knows who or what Black Rod is. If he gets it right, you're up to 850. Wrong, you're at 550. Chris?
I haven't a clue. I'm looking between the first two, House of Lords or Tower of London, but I'm going to go for Tower of London.
Chris thinks you go to the Tower of London as well as the Crown Jewels, you'll find Black Rod. You think he's right, Jodie?
I thought it was the House of Lords.
Okay, let's see who's right. Could we have the correct answer, please? It is the House of Lords. I'm afraid you're down to £550. Okay, now you swap places, which might have been something you should have done in the first place, you never know. Jodie, you're answering the question. Chris, you're betting on it. You get the chance to treble your money now. 550 could become 1,650. I'm going to give you the question. You, Chris, have got to decide whether you fancy Jodie's chances of answering it or not. You can treble, you can walk away. If you treble and she gets it right, your total goes up to 1,650. But if she gets it wrong, you both leave with nothing. Or if you don't want to risk it, you can just walk away and take that 550 with you, £275 each. You ready to see the question, Jodie?
Yeah.
Bring it on. Michael Douglas is an official ambassador for the Tourist Board of which island? Mallorca, Barbados or Hawaii? It's your decision whether to treble, if you think she'll get that, or walk away. Just press one of the buttons, tell me what your decision is. Make your decision. I know what Chris's decision is. Jodie, what do you want Chris's decision to be?
My answer would be a guess, to be honest. So,
What is your answer? Michael Douglas is an official ambassador for the Tourist Board of Mallorca, Barbados or Hawaii.
Hawaii.
You've gone for Hawaii. What do you think Chris has done?
I think he's gone for treble.
What do you want him to have done?
I don't mind.
You don't mind? You sure you don't mind?
Yeah.
Chris decided to walk away, which if you get it wrong will turn out to have been the right thing to do. If however you got it right, you just wave bye-bye to more than £1,000. So let's see the correct answer. Jodie said Hawaii. The correct answer is Mallorca. In your own rather sort of semi-competent way, I thought you did. I thought you did really well there. Actually, you could have risked a little bit more on the first couple of questions, couldn't you, to get your total up, and then it wouldn't have mattered later. You got any regrets there?
No, well, obviously apart from not knowing the answers, but...
Well, what about you? Would you have done things differently, bet a bit more? You're ever so cautious at the beginning.
I was just scared of going away with nothing.
Oh, were you?
So, yeah.
But yet you said you didn't mind whether he walked away or trebled at the end.
Don't want to put the pressure on the guy.
You're too nice for this, I'm sure you are. But anyway, you're both nice, that's why you got on so well. You were perfect strangers, actually played very well. You got £550 to take away with you. That's about 3 home games at Arsenal, isn't it?
Maybe.
Perhaps you might see each other at the Emirates Stadium this year. Okay, thanks very much for playing so well. That's all for today. See you again soon on Perfect Strangers.
Living under the flight path of Heathrow, a family escaped to the country and the quiet of Oxfordshire, next on BBC Two. And then South Wales is today's location for Flog It at 3:45.